Look at my cute little baby. This is Oreo. I was trying to get him to stay in the living room, but wherever I go, he's right there. I just wanted to introduce him to you guys because I knew I talked about him last time. Or maybe I didn't. I don't know. But yeah, here he is. My little baby. He's so cute and he's so tiny. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. Excuse my background. I got my sheet right there that I just washed and I forgot to move it. I made some pot roast today. I usually make it with carrots and potatoes, but I didn't have carrots, and the potatoes that I had I used for mashed potatoes, which I made them from scratch, and I am so proud of myself because they came out so good. Oh my god, look at them. They are so creamy. They're really good. Like, my mouth is watering. And my hair looks crazy because my hair, if I don't like brush it or anything, just put it up in a bun, it gets really frizzy. So yeah, let's try this. I'm gonna get a good bite in there. It's just pot roast meat. I don't know, that's what it said on the package. And then mashed potatoes, and of course my chile. So yeah.
Dios mío, Oreo, me sacaste un pedo.
Eso. Oh, and I got me just a slice of bread. I love bread with mashed potato. This is so good. So I have a story time for you guys today, and I'm gonna jump right in because I don't want the video to be like super long. But I am gonna be talking today about a time in my life when I was the other woman. But before you guys judge, you like the mouse in my hair. Before you guys judge, listen to my story. Anyways, but I don't care. If you guys know me, I don't care about anything. Just about this food. So, it all started in 1985 when I was born. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. So back in the day when I was single, you know, I dated guys and all that good stuff. I didn't really have feelings for them. You know, you get to know some guys, you talk to them for a little bit. Doesn't work out, bye. You know, whatever. And it's funny because when you least expect to meet someone is when you meet someone. So, do you guys remember my friend, the one that used to live in the motel, that was a manager's daughter, that I talked about her? If you haven't, go back to the cheap sushi and Cheetos video. I talked a little bit about her and how she was more outgoing and crazy, and I was more like, la Biblia del Señor. But so I went out. We would go clubbing. Usually I was a designated driver. She would be the one that would drink. So she was a white girl, but she was like my BFF at the time. We still talk. Somebody asked me what happened to her. She had a boyfriend that was in the Marine and the Navy. I think it was the Navy. She ended up getting married with him. She had twin babies, a boy and a girl. Now she has a third one the same age as my son. Like her baby was born like maybe 2 weeks before my son. So yeah, that's what happened to her. We still talk on Facebook and all that good stuff. Man, this is good. And it's just meat and potatoes. I mean, can't go wrong with meat and potatoes. It tastes like onions, but I didn't put onions in this. So anywho, we would go clubbing, you know, to the English clubs. And then we started getting bored and we're like, let's start going to like the Spanish clubs. So I would take her to the Spanish clubs with me, and I met this guy. Him and his brother. We started talking, whatever. And then, you know, we got my number and all that stuff. So then we were dating for like 2 months after that. I was like, you know, really young. I don't even know how old I was. I want to say like 21. Yeah, 21 or 22, because that's when I was already going to the club. So then we would see each other every single day. Straight off the bat, he told me he had 2 kids and that he was separated. He was not married. He's never been married legally. So I was like, okay, you know, I don't mind if you have children. And then he didn't live here. He originally lived in California. That's where his kids were. And when I met him, I'm like, so do you live up here now? And he's like, for a while. I'm like, okay. So he was here for a few months. Didn't think anything, you know, kept hanging out. And then one day he's like, oh, I need to go back, you know, back to California. So I was like, why? You know, I didn't understand. He's like, oh, it's because it's going to be my son's birthday and I just need to go back. So I'm like, okay. Like, are you going to come back? And he was like, yeah, I'll be back. I don't know when. So I was like, okay. So pretty much he was just visiting up here for like a few months. Like, he didn't have a job, nothing. Do you see Mr. Oreo Cookie over there? What are you doing? I know you smell the food. You're not getting any. Mama don't share. Anywho. So then he left. You know, I was so sad. And then he would like call me, you know, almost every day. Which I thought was nice, you know. Just in case you guys are wondering what breed he is, the lady that I got him from said he was half Peekapoo and half Pomeranian. I looked him up. He looks nothing like either, but I really don't care. To me, he looks like a Chihuahua, but I don't know. So, back to the story. And then one day, what happened? I text him. I was like drinking with my cousins and I was like, you know, you drunk text, and I was like, hey, what's up? He didn't answer me. So then a few days later, when I was at my house, I get a phone call from a number, a private number, restricted. And I was like, who's calling me restricted? I answered, and it's this girl. And she's like, so, this is exactly how she said it. So, I hear you like to mess with other girls' mans. And I was like, good morning. Who are you? And she's like, don't worry about who I am. And she started like attacking me. She's like, you're a hoe and this and that. And you know, you like to F with, you know, other girls' mans and all this crap. And I'm like, first of all, what man are you talking about? Like, I was confused. I was like, did you get the wrong number? Like, when she's like, started cussing me out. But she called me all the names in the book, a hoe, all this crap. And I was like, I was getting pissed because I'm like, who the hell does this girl think she is, calling me while I'm still sleeping, you know, waking me up all violent and crap. So I was like, whatever, bitch. And I hung up. Try to go back to sleep. She calls again. And I'm like, what the hell? So what do? Hello? Why'd you hang up on me, bitch? Why'd you hang up on me? And I was like, what the hell? I'm like, you're ridiculous. Don't act all tough trying to fight someone over the phone. Like, you got beef, come to my house. We'll talk here. I was always very calm. Like, she never told me who she was. Turned out the guy that I had been seeing, the one that I met, you know, that I was dating, he was with her. It was his kid's mom's. So when he came up here, like, he had separated from her. So when he went back to her. But apparently she didn't know that it was over that time. So I don't know how that whole thing worked, but she was pissed because she saw the message that I messaged him when I was drunk, when I was like, hey, what's up? You know, that one? So she started questioning, who is this girl? Who's this? It went on for a few days. She kept calling me. I wouldn't answer. Sometimes I would answer because I was bored and I wanted to fight too. So I already knew who she was, but I never said his name or anything. I just kept acting dumb, like, what? So then we were fighting and stuff. Not fighting, but she was like, I know where you work, I know where you live, I know where you this. And I'm like, okay, if you're so tough and you know where I work and you know where I live, why don't you come and talk to me face to face? Don't do it over the phone, you know, because that's just showing me that you're scared to confront me face to face. I ain't scared of you and all this crap. And I was like, okay. This freaking chile is spicy. Whew. Like, as soon as I took a bite, I felt it go up this nostril, like my nostril was burning. So anywho, and then, oh, and then it gets better. One day she calls me with him on the phone, and then she says, all right, I have him here on the phone. You know, tell me right now what you guys did and all this stuff. Like, she wanted to know details, like. And I was like, what the? And I'm like, why are you fighting? I'm like, you look ridiculous. You sound ridiculous fighting over a man. And she's like, I'm not fighting for him. I just don't want to be made a fool of and all this stuff. And then I hear his voice. And he says, Yuri. But he was talking in Spanish. He didn't know English. He's like, why'd you have to tell her everything? And I was like, when I heard his voice on the other line, like, still getting, like, kind of mad at me because I told her stuff. Like, when she was on the phone, when she first called and she's like, why have him here? You know, she said his name. And then I was like, I was so mad. And she's like, did you guys date? Were you guys dating? I'm like, yes, we were. Like, I'm gonna flat out tell her, because I was so pissed that I knew it was him now, like, for sure. Like, I always had my doubt, like, is she talking about him? Because I mean, I'm not dating no one else, but is she confusing me, like, with somebody else? And then when I heard him, and I was like, oh, okay, and I got mad, and I was like, yeah, we were dating, yeah, we did kiss, yeah, he did hold my hand and said that he loved me and all this stuff. Like, I was pissed, especially when I heard him say, why are you telling her everything? Because you're a dog, that's why. We're talking on the phone and all this stuff, and she's like, so we have me, her, and him. Like, he has me on, they have me on speaker so I can hear them both, they can both hear me. And then I'm like, yeah, and he said he only was with you because he was only with you for the kids. And I'm like, so I didn't know, like, to me he was single, I didn't know he was with you, so why are you here fighting me when he's the one that did you wrong, not me? Like, I'm innocent. I didn't know he was still with you. You know, he was here for months. I assumed he was a single man, you know. And ladies, ay, Dios mío santo, let me get something out of the way. I don't understand why, if your man is cheating on you, you go and try to fight the girl. Like, why do you go and take it out on the girl if the guy is the one that's seen you and he's the one cheating on you? The girl's got nothing to lose. She'll be like, wham bam, thank you, man, and she's gone, you know. Some of them might develop feelings or whatever, but when I see that on Facebook all the time, like girls beating the crap out of, you know, the other woman, and it's like, go for the guy, because he's the one that cheated. Especially like if they're married, he's the one that promised you loyalty until death do us part, till death do us part. He's the one that has a family with you, and he's not only cheating on you, but he's cheating on the whole family. Like, the girl, she'll just be like, all right, I'm done, bye, she leaves. But, you know, she ain't got nothing to lose. So I don't understand why the girls always attack the other girls. Attack the guy. He's the one that's doing the wrong. Okay. Got that out of the way. That's how it is. So anywho, after that, I would still get a few phone calls. She told a friend to look me up on Facebook. She befriended me, like sent me a friend request, and I accepted her. Sometimes people will send me requests. Back in the day, in the beginning, when I first got Facebook, you know, not anymore. And people would send me friend requests, I'd accept them because I thought maybe they're related and I don't know them. But so she went through all my pictures. She looked at all my pictures. You know, of course, she wanted to see what I look like. Even though he had a picture of me, and she found the picture of me in his truck. So after that happened, I messaged her friend on Facebook and I said, so did you guys have fun looking at all my pictures? Did your friend need to check out the competition? And then she's like, oh no honey, ain't no competition here, she's better than you and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, well, here you are, send me messages so you can look at my pictures. So anyways, I ended up arguing with her cousin or friend, whatever. And then the girl that was cheated on, she comes back, she's like, oh yeah, it's me now. What now? You know, she started fighting me again. And I'm like, and she kept throwing her money, like, I have money, I have a gold platinum card, I don't know what color card she had. And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? And you know, this and that. And I was like, look, you're showing off that you have a good job, you have good money, but yeah, you're still with him, so that doesn't make you very smart, you know, because I would have left his ass a long time ago if you knew what he was doing to you. And I was like, you know, he talks crap about you, not only with me but with friends, because you know, I was friends with one of his friends and he would tell me all this stuff. And I was like, I got over it, you know, whatever. And I'm like, but you're still there and you have kids and you guys keep fighting and all this stuff, because he would tell me some personal stuff like about them. And I was like, you know, here you say you're smart, but yeah, you still stay with a guy that treats you like crap. So if that's what you like, then good luck to you. So then she didn't message me back. I didn't hear from her again. We left it like that, and I haven't heard from her since. But since he knew where I worked, just last year, 2017, he went looking for me at my job, and he left me a letter saying that he was here and he wanted to see me again. And I was like, I need to cut that drama out my life. And it's not the first time. He's gone to my job looking for me before. He's called my job drunk, like asking for me. And I hope I never run into him again, because he was an ass. But yeah, he's just an ass, because I mean, he was cheating on her. I mean, obviously he was still with her, because after he left here, he went back to her. So I don't know how that works. But anyways, that was a little story time for now. I haven't run into him. I did run into his friend here where I live. He was here and he looked at me and he's like, he gave me this look like, oh, this is where you live? And he is the one that took him to my house the first time. So I'm like, just don't bring him here, you know. I'm happily with my husband and I got kids now, you know, I'm grown. But yeah, so that's what happened. I really hope you guys enjoyed the story time. I ate the food first before the story was over, which It's kind of funny, but yeah, that's what happened. That's how it is. Anywho, I really hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.